Morning everyone, this is Jennifer from JE Photography Design. I just wanted to show you quickly how to use the Santa digital templates. So what I do first, I have found after trial and error, is I start by making some boxes. So I'm gonna make the first one, and I'm just going to duplicate it twice over here on the right hand side, and then I'm going to just move them around so they're even. And this is purely based on how far apart you want yours. So now I'm just gonna put them in the middle of my canvas here, and as you can see at the sides, my dad wasn't holding it straight, so there's a little bit of a gap there. So what I'm going to use is the Edit, Transform, Perspective, and I'm just going to bring the perspective out a bit, like that, just by grabbing the corner and pulling it. And as you can see, it fits a little bit better now. Follows the perspective of the canvas itself. So now normally what I would do is import my pictures from Lightroom. So I would go to Lightroom, I would pick my three, edit in, and I usually do open as layers in Photoshop, but because that takes a while for my computer, I already have them in here. So as you can see, I just turned the layers back on, but normally you would have yours come in to a tab up here. You would just, I usually marquee them and then drag and drop them into whichever template I'm using. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on them one by one, but before I do that, I'm going to line them up with the boxes that they're actually in. So I'm looking at the picture itself like that and lining it up with the box. And then obviously process of elimination, that's that one there, and this one is the first one. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is on those pictures over their corresponding boxes, I'm going to right click, create a clipping mask on all three of them. So what it's going to do is clip it straight to that box below. So I'm going to start with editing the first one now. Edit, free transform. I'm just going to expand it a little bit here. And my Santas are pretty good already, but you may need to do a tiny bit of warping. So edit, transform, warp. So you just might need to warp things a little bit to make them fit how you've changed the perspective slightly. It won't affect the picture that much because it's not warped too terribly bad. The perspective isn't off too terribly bad. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to do that for all of your pictures. Edit, free transform. And what the clipping mask does is it literally clips the picture to your box itself. So you won't be able to do any hanging legs or passing items or anything like that. For these boxes, if you're going to use this technique, your subjects have to be completely in the box for it to work. You could possibly use a 3-box template. I do have those in the store. Some people have their own 3-box templates. You could try doing that using the same idea of the perspective warp if you need to. Just warp out the one side, or if you're doing the vertical board, you might need to warp out the right hand side slightly because, again, he didn't hold the board as straight as I asked him. But anyways, it'll still work fine. So as you can see, I've got them all warped there. Now there is a bit of space at the top when you use a 2-box. I did that on purpose so people can write a message at the top if they wanted. Some people like space. So for example, I would normally go to my brush tool and I have a bunch of different sayings. For example, like season's greetings and whatnot. So I've got one here. I'm just going to plop it, Shift Control N. Shift Control N creates a new layer. I believe it would be Shift Command N if you have a Mac. I'm just going to plop that right there. So as you can see, it kind of gives it a little bit of a, I don't know, little extra. The other thing you could do is, I'm going to take those two boxes away and edit, free transform. I'm going to just transform, oops, sorry. I guess it helps if I bring all the pictures in with me. Edit, free transform. So say you only have 2 children or 2 really good pictures that you wanted to use. I left this canvas a little bit big, so for example, you can just do 2 images on the canvas like that, and it'll work as well. So that was the purpose behind leaving it like that. So this one, for example, this right hand picture, I might want to perspective warp that one individually just because it's slightly off. So edit, transform, perspective. Maybe that one I'm going to use edit, transform. I'm going to distort it a bit instead of perspective. So distort will just pull the one corner out. Perspective will pull both. So something like that. And that's pretty much how simple it is. So if you are using these, you can use it for a 2 box, a 3 box, get creative with it. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy, and hopefully this video helps you a little bit. Thanks so much and have a great day. Oh, and if you are looking for these, they're in my store, in my Etsy store, under JE Photography Design. It's they're all bundled, so all the fireplace ones are bundled together, all the ones with Santa in a house are bundled together, and all the ones with Santa just on a plain background are all bundled together, as well as there's brand new Santa in the boxes in the store. So check it out, and thanks and have a great day.